Do you think there's something instructive about this emphasis of reliving memories in building AI systems? So currently, artificial intelligence systems are more like experiencing self in that they react to the environment. There's some pattern formation, like learning, so on, but you really don't construct memories except in reinforcement learning every once in a while that you replay over and over.
Yeah, but that would, in principle, would not be,
Do you
you
think
know,
that's useful? Do you think it's a feature or a bug of human beings that we look back?
oh, I think that's definitely a feature. It's not a bug. I mean, you have to look back in order to look forward. So without looking back, you couldn't really intelligently look forward.
You're looking for the echoes of the same kind of experience in order to predict what the future holds.
Yeah,
Though Viktor Frankl, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, I'm not sure if you've read, but describes his experience at the concentration camps during World War II as a way to describe that identifying a purpose in life, a positive purpose in life, can save one from suffering. First of all, do you connect with the philosophy that he describes there? And
not really. I mean, so I can really see that somebody who has that feeling of purpose and meaning and so on, that could sustain you. I, in general, don't have that feeling. And I'm pretty sure that if I were in a concentration camp, I'd give up and die. So he is a survivor,
yeah,
and he survived with that. And I'm not sure how essential to survival this sense
purposes,
is, but
yeah.
I do know when I think about myself that I would have given up at, oh yeah, this isn't going anywhere. And there is a sort of character that that manages to survive in conditions like that. And then because they survive, they tell stories, and it sounds as if they survived because of what they were doing. We have no idea. They survived because of the kind of people that they are, and they are the kind of people who survive and who tell themselves stories of a particular kind. So I'm not.
So you don't think seeking purpose is a significant driver in our
I mean,
behavior?
it's a very interesting question, because when you ask people whether it's very important to have meaning in their life, they say, oh, yes, that's the most important thing. But when you ask people, what kind of a day did you have? And, what were the experiences that you remember? You don't get much meaning. You get social experiences. Then, and and some people say that, for example, in in child, in taking care of children, the fact that they are your children and you're taking care of them makes a very big difference. I think that's entirely true, but it's more because of a story that we're telling ourselves, which is a very different story when we're taking care of our children or when we're taking care of other things.
Jumping around a little bit, in doing a lot of experiments, let me ask a question. Most of the work I do, for example, is in the real world, but most of the clean, good science that you can do is in the lab. So that distinction, do you think we can understand the fundamentals of human behavior through controlled experiments in the lab? If we talk about pupil diameter, for example, it's much easier to do when you can control lighting conditions,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So when we look at driving, lighting variation destroys
Yeah,
almost completely your ability to use pupil diameter. But in the lab, for, as I mentioned, semi-autonomous or autonomous vehicles, in driving simulators, we don't capture true, honest human behavior in that particular domain. So what's your intuition? How much of human behavior can we study in this controlled environment of the lab?
a lot. but you'd have to verify it.